There's a lot of YouTubers talking about different builds and like how to min-max your character in Cyberpunk 2077. Something that I personally find weird. It's a single-player game. I think it's very important to just have fun with it. There's some people that just want to build the most powerful character, of course. And if that's the case, watching those type of guides are really, really important. But what I want to talk about are other very huge mistakes that I think to make sure that you enjoy the game and get the most value out of this game. These are some of the mistakes that I recommend trying to avoid if you want to play Cyberpunk 2077. Hello, my beautiful and lovely gamers. As always, my name is Jonal. Thank you guys for the amazing support. Of course, a like on the video helps against YouTube's algorithm, as I am a small content creator trying to compete with these bigger ones. So a like helps and definitely promotes the video and helps really well in the algorithm. Same goes for dropping down a comment. What skills in the skill tree are you personally running a lot with? I'm personally leveling up really everything but intelligence. I'm not really doing that much technical ability anymore. A lot of body, some cool, and some reflexes is kind of like where I'm going, but I would love to hear where everybody else is going. Of course, if you like this type of content, subscribe to the channel, helps the channel grow. Hit that bell notification, stay notified. I was about to say promoted. Stay notified about upcoming videos. I know how to talk. This is fine. But let's just really begin with this. The very first step that I want to talk about is make sure, again, if you want to, again, you should use your skills, you should buy your abilities, and you should kind of use your skill points as you see fit. But I recommend that you at least try out the different kind of things a little bit before you start burning your skill points and your perk points on leveling up either one of your just general abilities or going more in depth inside the skill trees and buying perks and so on. Try out different stuff. Try out LMGs and shotguns, because like I was like, I'm not going to use shotguns probably, and then I found out that I really like actually running up in people's faces with shotguns in this game. I think they're really fun to use. But same, I also I thought I was going to be sniping a lot. But I'm currently haven't really enjoyed the sniping as much as I thought I would. The same, like I thought I was going to be an assault rifle head, and that's kind of come true, but I also kind of like sidearms, like pistols. And blades are far more enjoyable. Melee combat is far more enjoyable than what I thought. So I have had to kind of readjust how I wanted to build my character. It was fine, because I found this out luckily very early, and I normally have this rule that I try out stuff in single player games before I start committing on a skill tree, but try stuff out. Like, try out everything, try out some hacking, which I found wasn't really for me. Try out sneaking around and so on. Very, very important to get what you feel feels good. Fuck what a YouTuber says, fuck what like a guide on the internet says about like what's the most optimal weapon build. Play what you think is fun. This is a single player game. That's the whole point of this game. It's fun. It's amazing. That's why I love it. And that's why so many other people love it, when they can play it, when it doesn't crash or have a billion bugs. Second tip is the cold-blooded. So cold-blooded is essentially a passive perk. When you get a kill and so on, it's essentially a snowball mechanics. You get a kill and you'll have some reduced recoil, or you'll have some extra movement speed. You kind of name it, right? It's in the cool 3, which is both very much for dialogue options, like you get some extra cool like dialogue options, which are kind of sassy, which I like, and it's also for stealth missions, so sneaking around and so on. If you want to do that, which I find to be fun, because while going guns blazing is always fun and so on, it's also kind of interesting trying to do stealth mechanics, even though stealth in this game is not as challenging as I was hoping it was going to be, even on the harder difficulties. But the cold-blooded perk, if you want to level up, right? Like, so you have all these you have blades, and you can, you have an own skill tree for when you're using pistols, you get better with pistols, and when you're using rifles, you get better with rifles, right? You have all these kind of like skills, inside skills that you can level up. Like your stealth skill, the more you're stealthing and doing stuff while stealthing, like assassinating people and so on, you will level that up. And the same goes with the cold-blooded. So to level up on the cold-blooded skill tree, you logically need to be able to proc your cold-blooded stacks. So just, if you're going to do anything in the beginning, just go into and just unlock one of the cold-blooded perks that you can. Go and unlock that, and then you will immediately start earning EXP when you're in combat with it. it's so worth it just to make sure you're leveling that up. It costs you like 1 point, and if you, again, it's always nice to have. If you for some reason find out that you don't like it, you only submitted 1 skill perk point, which isn't a lot, and again, it's still very nice to have. And I think that's something that, you know, if you want a little bit of snowball mechanics, it's a very nice one to have. As you can kind of like, as soon as you get 1 kill on an NPC, you can kind of get those bonus effects onto you and keep snowballing that advantage. So go and unlock that. Do that immediately so that you start gaining EXP into it as fast as possible, so you don't like get halfway through the game or like, you know, get through Act 1 of the game like I did. I went through Act 1 and started like really working on Act 2 before I even went into the cold-blooded skill tree, and I lost a lot of EXP on that, which is my fault, and therefore I'm telling you guys to please go and do that. Second off, the story missions are awesome. Straight up, the story of this game is really fun. Again, as you know, when you're not getting a bunch of bugs and glitches in it, but the story missions are awesome. I love them. I'm enthralled by them, like seriously. However, the side quests are also dope. And my tip is, seriously, don't ignore the side quest. And I know because I do it. Like you get spam called like fucking every single time you're doing something. You get just called up by NPCs like wanting you to do stuff. And seriously, like there's these pings on the map of like a robbery going on or something like that, and those are fine, right? Like if you want to, you know, practice some combat or just like destroy some grunts, those can be fun, definitely. And also a good way to, you know, gain some weapons or, you know, get some cash from selling some stuff. But seriously, if you really want to have some fun with this game, really get it for what you're worth, instead of just grinding through the entire story mission and then returning to side quest, go into side quest. If you find something that sounds interesting or sounds fun or, you know, it's nearby, start them. Trust me, you'll be as surprised probably as I was, because I looked at the side quest and was like, probably not that good, because there's so many of them, right? So they can't be that good. But there has been some, seriously, one of them. Again, I'm not spoiling anything. As always, I keep this as spoiler-free as I can, or else I give a warning about it. But one of them, like, is like investigating a very high up political figure's death, and you have to do all this detective work, and it's really fucking cool, really well crafted. Another one is you're hired as a hitman, which I thought was great because I'm playing like this corpo hitman character. That's kind of what I'm going for. So I was like, okay, cool, I hit. And then you go and you do the hit, but then you find out that essentially it turns in a way, again, without trying to spoil or give away too much, or if you get this quest, you'll kind of recognize it, but the hit kind of goes wrong, and instead, you find out that the guy that you're trying to kill is like on the payroll of this like big production studio, and he's essentially going to crucify himself, and that's why he's still alive. He's essentially going to crucify himself, and he's like this religious fanatic, and they'll like tap in and like record it and like sell it to people that want to like experience being crucified and do all this crazy shit. And it's like, what the fuck? And then you get paid, you can take some payment to leave early, so you can triple your payment to leave early and so on like that. But if you don't, or even if you do, like somehow you'll get out of that quest, you'll be called up later, and that quest will just continue to like go out over time. So, you know, later I was, you know, doing something else, and then I got called up on that, and I can continue that storyline and picking it up. And it's seriously, the side quest of this is insane. So instead of just speeding through the game and going straight for the story, so on, especially since there are a lot of waiting time in the story where you're waiting for characters to call you or waiting for something, instead of time skipping, seriously, go and look up some of the story quests. They're really fun. There are hits and there are finding missing people and smuggling people, and there's just all this kind of cool stuff. I fucking love it. It's so insane. And you get also some of the best loot in the game from these. Like, you get some really cool legendary weapon. I've talked about this channel before, how to get Johnny Silverhand's gun, which is this crazy good legendary revolver. So you even get some of the better guns and some of the cooler guns and cars and so on from a side quest. So go and check it out. You also, of course, get some cash, which is always nice on hand. So those are like some of the stuff that I wish I knew before I really started committing, because I committed so hard to the story and started ignoring side quest. I didn't get into Cold-Blooded, and luckily I was very close to fucking up and buying into skill trees that I didn't want to go in because I didn't enjoy the combat. And it's like, because I was so hard focused in my mind, even without playing the game, what I wanted to play. I wanted to be this corporate guy with a sniper. But now I found out that like strength based, especially since you can open and do so much, like you can steal cars easier if you're strength based. You can a lot of the map opens up by you can opening doors and so on during combat missions or when you're doing stealth stuff. So like body plus cool is a really nice combo. You stealth around easily, and at the same time you can open all these kind of doors and so on. It's really nice. Same with like having some points in technical. I'm glad I did, because there's some options where you need technical to just make it easier or like do something cool. But I see that I'm not gonna probably develop a lot of it, as crafting has never really been my thing in MMORPGs, even though it's pretty awesome. Anyway, please do take care of yourselves, stay positive. I love you guys very, very much. As always, my name is Jonal. Please wear a mask, wash your hands, like, comment, subscribe on this video, and as always, please do take care of yourself. My name is Jonal, and you guys keep the enemy in your crosshair.